greenhorn. Hey Don, tell a dirty joke and then I'll tell everyone you're a pastor.
I don't think so.
This old girl on this path, sometimes you can sing and leaning in the everlasting arms.
True. Very fitting.
I really want, because this is right here is lower than either side,
Uh-huh.
and I really want to get the dozer down here and fix that and at least level it. I mean, I don't need a full-on base road. We don't use it that much, but
Right.
I'd like to get the ruts out of it and get it graded better.
That'd be a nice job to do this winter if it's not too bad.
Yeah, if I had time.
Yep. What do you mean if you have time? You're self-employed. You got all the time in the world.
Yeah, I know. That's what everybody thinks. You're self-employed. You can take off whenever you want. Yeah, I don't get paid either.
Yeah.
If I didn't love what I do, I'd be the dumbest man on the planet. I've got muscle enough to pull the trailer up out of here, I think, but the road's so rough coming up the hill there at White's. I'm about half scared I'd bend an axle on the thing.
You could.
I'd really rather not change that particular piece of hardware out. Y'all check this out. My spiritual leaders done got camera shy, won't hardly talk.
Not camera shot.
We can't get him to be quiet on Sunday.
That's a little different situation.
Pharaoh won't let his people go. Everybody, like I said, they always, why do you want it geared slow? And why do they ask about the spring pack under this thing. It's not that I want to carry more, but roads like this, I mean, you remember that thing with the stock set of, this thing with the stock set of springs under it?
Yeah.
It walled around like a whale on a beach.
For what you do, you definitely need to have it heavier springs.
Yeah. Like out through here with that nose, and the holes aren't necessarily so bad, but it's got that slope to it.
Yeah.
I mean,
take that out and be a pretty good little stretch.
Yeah, I mean, you can feel that. You got to take it into account when you load the truck. You can't just drive hardly. But I've got some done on it. The past couple of years, and I mean, it's better than it was by a long shot, especially this stretch out here. Was with me. Was it Sis said it felt like it was going to roll over?
No, it wasn't her, I don't think.
Whoever it was, I don't think they want to know what it feels like when it really rolls over.
Yeah.
When I was working on it, did I tell you about that bear? When I was working this down here and widening it out, right up there on that slope, a little old black bear looked like he 150 pounds maybe, come out. It was just killing him. He sat down. I know they're not supposed to be able to see good, but that little sucker sat there on that slope, just like a kid. He didn't sit like a dog. He sat on his backside. He sat there on his backside and watched me work here for, I don't know, it was a good while, 5-10 minutes, maybe a little longer. Finally, I guess he decided what I was doing was up to snuff, and he went back up in the woods.
They are a very curious animal.
Got to have their nose in everything, and they don't care what they tear up.
No.
Other side of this bank, well, you might remember them big old hydraulic holes on the other side.
Yeah.
When I was a young man, Pappy, I saw him out on the loader. He had the truck loaded in front of me. One of them old 700s they had. That thing dropped in a hole. When it did, the driver's side come up off the ground. It about laid over in the bank.
Wow.
It come up in the air and it hung there for just a minute, and I was just kind of all puckered up waiting for it. It sat there for a second, then it flopped back down.
Man. That would be a scary thing to happen to you.
I don't think you rightly know that it happened in the cab. I know he hit the brakes and he stopped, but I think he just stopped because it walled. He didn't want to break a spring or break an axle housing. But I don't think he was ever aware in the cab that it had raised up on him. That there was open field.
Goodness sake.
That's not been 8 to 5 years there. Not having cows keep stuff opened up better than what people think. I mean, they're not goats, but
They do a good job.
yeah.
Doesn't take the woods long to reclaim itself.
No. That's what people don't understand. Yeah, the trees will grow back quick. You talk to, like Weyerhaeuser and what used to be Westvaco, I think there's Sperkel Westrock now. Just 2 or 3 years this regenerated. No, it hasn't. In 2 or 3 years there are trees growing, but they're big around as your thumb.
Yeah. And the underbrush comes back really thick.
It's everything's off the stump. When you clear cut something, you can guarantee it's going to be at least 10 years before you start seeing any sizable or respectable saplings.
Yeah.
And it's going to be 80 to 100 before you cut anything decent off of it again. But I can't prove it, but I think these old boys running the land companies is aiming for the hardwood version of a pine plantation,
Yeah.
where you just roll in, cut it whenever it's still straight and 6-8 inches in diameter.
That well could be.
But if you think about it, you can harvest it a little easier.
Yeah.
For a hand feller like me, I mean, that's a right old pain. You can cut all day long and not make anything.
Right.
But for a feller buncher rolled in there, he can just mow them down left, right, and center, throw them up, throw them up in a pile. Grapple skidder grabs them.
Move on to the next place.
Yep. You'd think it would be the other way around, but it's not. Hand felling, you don't tear up as much, but hand felling, you can't cut as small either and come out profitable.
Yeah.
Well, folks, there you have it. You're a casualty. I'd say I'm sorry, but I'm sure someone was looking at that screen, or will be looking at that screen.
Yeah. No doubt about it.
Smile. He's pouting. I didn't let him on the loader today.